This video is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing should be taken as factual. This is all my astrological opinion. Please enjoy. Hey everybody, this is Sonia with Melanin Goddess Life. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another celebrity reading. How's everyone today? Hopefully your day is going well. Mine's going pretty good so far, so good. So we're back with another celebrity reading. So we're going to get right into it. The celebrity I chose was kind of random. As always, as I say, I don't know much about this particular celebrity. I've seen her on reality TV, clips that you see on social media. She is a rapper. Again, she's a social media personality. I think she's cute as a button. And I've seen lately a few clips of interviews that she's given, and she's very, very insightful, very interesting, very insightful. I love her delivery on things. I just think she's cute. Then I realized why I thought she was energetically, I was kind of drawn to her energy. She is a Scorpio, and if you guys know me, Scorpio and Sagittarians are my favorites of the zodiac. So she's a Scorpio. The person that we're going to be highlighting today is none other than rapper and reality TV star Sukihana. All right, we are going to be talking about Sukihana. Suki with the good coochie. I think that is so funny. So we're going to be talking about her. I think she's very interesting. She's a very, very beautiful girl. And I decided to take a look at her astrology and see what's going on with her. So without further ado, let's see what's going on in Miss Sukihana's life. So Suki was born November the 15th, 1991. I do not have a birth time. So without the birth time, the rising sign is 50-50, but the placements are relatively correct. She was born in Wilmington, Delaware. That makes her a Scorpio sun, Pisces moon, and Aquarius rising. So again, of course, Scorpios are some of my favorite people. I love their energy. I'm a Cancer sun, so I align with them really, really well. That's my sister sign. She's also a Pisces moon. Now, this plays into her creativity. This plays into how she looks. She is a very, very attractive girl, very, very pretty girl. And she has this look that I see a lot with people with the Pisces energy. It's very angelic. When you see her, it's like seeing an angel or seeing someone with a glow around them. So when you look at her, you kind of notice that she has this glow around her. Very, very pretty girl. The Pisces moon is going to make her very compassionate, very sensitive, very creative. One of the things I always say with Pisces moons, especially Pisces moon women, they have to be very careful with putting up healthy boundaries around their people in their life and their relationships. Pisces is the sign of no boundaries. So when you have a woman that has a Pisces moon, this could get her into relationships where she is taken advantage of, maybe mentally, physically, emotionally, sexually, or in some type of way she may experience some type of abuse of some nature. She may draw into her partners that are just very unhealthy for her, being that they may have issues with the law, they may have issues with mental health issues, or any type of drug addictions. So she has to be very careful about being very self-sacrificing in all her one-on-one relationships, not just romantic. It's also an Aquarius rising, which speaks to her big, bold, out there personality. Aquarius is all about breaking the rules, being a trendsetter. Aquarius is all about doing things that are different, being very shocking. So she has that energy about just being out there and not really caring what people think about her, being very expressive through her art and through her craft. If I'm not mistaken, I think that there's something going on with her now with regards to a concert that she gave, and she was totally topless. And I think she's getting some backlash on that, but that is so quintessential Aquarius rising and definitely ties into that Scorpio sexuality of hers. Like she really owns her sexuality and really doesn't care what people think about her. So that's what's going on with her. Now, as I do with everyone, I did her calculations on her love life. Now, I don't know anything about her love life. I don't know if she's in a relationship, she's dating someone, if she's single. However, I did the calculations around her love life. Of course, this is the formula I use to come up with the age in which I feel like a person should enter into romantic type energy around them. And this could look like just based on what is going on in your current relationship life. So, single, not romantically attached to anyone. This could look like energy around someone coming into her life for a potential long-term committed relationship. Second scenario would be if she's in a relationship and the relationship is going well, everything is moving forward. This could look like putting permanence on the relationship. So this could be possibly moving in together, getting engaged, getting married, or making some exclusive commitment to someone else. Third scenario would be if she's in a relationship and the relationship is having challenges. This could look like more challenges around the relationship with the potential for a breakup. And the final scenario would be, this would be the age in which Suki would get really serious about what she wants in a relationship, what she wants in her relationship, a partner, and working on how she shows up in relationships. The age in which I came up with that I feel like something should transition, shift, or change for Suki is actually the age of 32. So she's 31 now. So we're looking at her next birthday this November. We could see some type of dynamic change with the year of 32 for her around her love life. Okay. Now, there's a little bit of a caveat there. There's still potential for her to be gravitating towards a relationship. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit later, but keep in mind 32 is the age. So let's talk now about the theme of her 2023. So we go from birthday to birthday. So this would be her last birthday, November 22, 2022, to her next birthday, November 2023. The theme of her year is going to have everything to do with eighth house matters. And then the eighth house in astrology is other people's money, other people's resources, resources and finances that we share in conjunction with someone else or another financial institution. This could look like inheritances, taxes, loans, assets, property, joint ventures, joint business ventures. This could look like mortgages, things that we owe to the financial institutions. So credit cards, credit, child support, any type of settlements of some sort. This is also the area that governs sex and intimacy and the deep psychological work that we do on ourselves. So for Suki, a lot of her attention is going to be in the direction of other people's money. So this could look like her paying attention to things that have to do with her taxes. This could also be insurance payouts, unexpected money settlements could come her way. She could also be on the receiving end of an inheritance of some sort. This would be a great time for her to really get serious about her finances and getting her debt under control. So if she has debt, if she has things that she's paying on and she wants to get some of that paid down, or she wants to get in a better financial position, this will put the energy for her and the commitment to paying down her debt and getting her finances in order. Now, this also has to do again with other people's money. So if she's currently in partnership with someone, that could be a relationship or a business partnership, this can also be the effects of her partner's finances going through changes, challenges, or triumphs. Whatever is happening in the area of partner related finances and resources ultimately trickle down to affect Suki in a way. Now, this is also the area that governs sex and intimacy. Sex and intimacy are two different things. Sex is the physical act, but intimacy is the connection with someone else. So this could look like for her connecting with someone on a sexual level. So let me kind of break it down. The first relationship that I feel like is the primary relationship is the one we have with self. So this could look like Suki getting more in touch with her sexual side. This could be her discovering different sexual practices. Now, this could be done on her own, or this can be done with someone else. Maybe she draws into her a partner that is open to the different types of sexual fantasies, sexual experimentation that she's wanting to get into. But something about this year until her birthday has a lot to do with her sex life and changes around that. Now, the intimacy, again, two different things. This could definitely look like her forming an intimate connection with someone. I think sometimes people get their desire to be with someone, they think it's more on a sexual level, when in fact it's not sex. It's more about intimacy and wanting to be connected to someone else. So that definitely could be something that comes up for her during this year. And this is also a time that she may be tapping into the darker side of things that we don't normally talk about with other people. So that could be occult studies. She could be interested in astrology, tarot, mediumship, anything of that nature. Things that people typically don't want to talk about could become something that she becomes very interested in over this year. Okay, now let's talk about some of her transits and where these planets are going to be highlighting her chart and where she's going to have some really, really big success and maybe some challenges. And if she sees this video, we can kind of get her prepared for that. Now, first thing I'm going to talk about is, you guys remember that I did a video on the rising signs or the rising signs, sun signs, or moon signs that I believe are going to have an impactful year, either in love or money. And looking at the list with Suki being a Scorpio sun, she may actually be impacted by some good love energy around her. Now, it's more or less for Scorpio risings, but she could be, as a Scorpio sun, getting some of this goodness, and 2023 being a really successful love year for her. So she could be drawing in some love in that aspect. So let's talk about Jupiter. So Jupiter, the planet of growth, expansion, abundance, opportunity. It's a planet of wisdom and healing. When Jupiter comes through a house or comes through a sign, whatever it touches, it's there to expand it and grow it. Now, Jupiter stays in a house for about a year. So currently, Jupiter is going through Suki's second house of earned income. So this is how you earn your money. This is material possessions you own. This is money-making opportunities. This is business. This is our self-worth, our self-value are in this second house. And this is also the area that governs investments, long-term investments. So with Jupiter going through her second house, it's going to be there until May. So she has a couple of more months of this. So this past year should have been really good energy around her earning potential. So Suki could have seen a lot of money-making opportunities coming her way for her to take advantage of. She could have seen an influx of money coming into her. Now, this may not have been necessarily money that was given to her by another person, but it could have been the money that she earned. She may have gotten really serious about work and how she earns. This could also have made some long-term purchases. And I hope she used this energy properly, because this would have looked like, even though this is the house of material possessions, this is also our investments. So this would have been Suki getting serious about how she spends her money, and her wanting to spend it more effectively and for the long term. So I'm wondering if she did a lot of investment or investing over this last year. That would have been great for her. So any extra monies that she would have earned, she would have put it in long-term investments for the future. She may have invested possibly in real estate. She could have been investing in the stock market, maybe cryptocurrency, something whereas her money could now be used to, I'm going to put it this way. her putting herself in a position where she no longer works for her money, but her money works for her in the long-term investments. Now, again, this could have also been material possessions. She could have made some purchases along that line of some luxury items for herself. Now, the most important thing that I look at with this particular house is it's the house of self-value and our self-worth. This would have been a time that Suki should have taken advantage of dealing with her or pinpointing her relationship with money. People don't realize we do have a relationship with money, and sometimes it can be in an unhealthy way. So if Suki had had an unhealthy relationship with money, especially if she would have tied her self-worth and her self-value to money, how much money she has, how many material possessions she has. If she ties her self-worth into that and feeling like she is only worth anything or she's only of value if she has money, this would have been a time Jupiter would have healed any type of unhealthy dynamics or unhealthy relationships or unhealthy holes that she has along with the money. I hope that she First of all, I hope that she didn't have that. But if she did, I hope she utilized this energy to help her heal from that and to get a healthy perspective and a healthy relationship with money. Now, once we get to May, in a couple of months, Jupiter is going to move into her third house of communication. This is a really good placement for this. The third house, communication, how we speak, how we write, how we get our message out, how we process information. This is the area that governs contract negotiation, marketing. This is the area that governs our siblings, our extended families, our neighbors, and our neighborhood, and transportation. So once Jupiter goes in the third house, May 2023, it's going to be there until May 2024. These are the things that she should possibly take advantage of or could see coming into her life. The building of her brand. So for Suki, I am wondering if there's something in the works with regards to media projects. Now, with the third house, I look at it more as lower level media. So this could be television roles. This could be a movie role, maybe something like a Netflix type of role. I'm wondering if she will start to or has started to think about doing a documentary on her life. This could definitely be her rebranding herself. So her taking more seriously her brand and what is she's putting out there. Because she's in the entertainment business, this could be a lot of opportunities to showcase her talent on television, on radio, on media, increases her social media presence. Maybe she gets tapped to be the face of a product, or she is the ambassador, or she's a part of a marketing campaign. All those things could come her way from May 2023 to May 2024 with this Jupiter here. Also, this is going to be great for her relationships with her siblings, especially if she's had a strained relationship with siblings or extended family. Jupiter is the planet of healing. So what that does is it makes us very proactive, or it puts a good energy around healing any dynamics with our family, extended family, things of that nature. I'm wondering if Suki is about to go on a tour. She may be going on a tour. And the reason I think that she may be going on a really big tour is because this is also the area that governs short distance travel. So this could be a tour coming up for her in some way. It's the area that governs short distance travel. So she could be touring or increasing her tour dates or something to that effect. Now, this also has a lot to do with your neighbors and your neighborhood. So there is the window possibility of a move for her. And the move could look like, I always describe the third house, and the move would be she moving to another space or another place, but it's not too far from from her original place that she lived in. So, a really short, small move could come up for her. Or maybe she is getting new neighbors, or her interactions with her neighbors or something to that effect increases. This could also be her getting a new vehicle. So that could be a thing. But this energy definitely supports her in getting herself out there, marketing herself, her brand, opportunities coming in from media projects for her, and the possibility of a tour coming up for her. Okay. Now, I want to quickly go back to the second house because we talked about her money and how Jupiter would have increased opportunities around money making for her. The only thing that I'm going to say about this second house of earned income that I want her to be mindful of, she has the planet Neptune here. And Neptune typically takes about 14 years to go through a house. She has a long time with this particular energy in her second house. I'm going to say probably about another 8 years or so. When you have Neptune, and Neptune is a planet of our imagination, manifestation. It is the planet of our dreams. It's also the planet of confusion, a little bit of delusion, and not seeing things clearly. When I see Neptune in the second house, the first thing I think about is the person being a victim of identity theft. So, also, this could look like falling prey to scams. So, what I will say to Suki is she needs to be very, very diligent and very, very mindful of whom she has handling her money. She needs to be very proactive in paying attention to the money that is going in and out. She needs to be paying attention to who she is entrusting with her finances. I would suggest to Suki that she does an internal audit of her finances to make sure that everything is accounted for and everything as far as finances are being done above board. I'm going to let Suki know if somebody presents you with a money-making opportunity. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. I would tell you to either just bypass it or do your due diligence in making sure that you're understanding what you're getting into, because there could be an air of someone trying to take advantage of you financially. I would also say if Suki is, she probably is, generous with her money, listen, you're going to have to stop lending out money because you're not getting that money back. I'm just simple as that. The monies that you're lending out to people, the sad stories that they're telling you about their finances, you're going to have to put up boundaries. Remember, we talked about that Pisces moon not having boundaries. You're definitely going to have to put up boundaries around the finances and the assistance that you give to people. Just letting you know. But really stay on top of your bank accounts, identity theft, and who you have handling your money. Okay? Now, Suki's going through her Saturn return. It starts at 29 and it lasts to about 33. So she's currently 31 years old. She's in the middle of her Saturn return. A Saturn return can be difficult. This is where Saturn, the planet we consider the taskmaster of the zodiac. This is the planet that gives us our hard lessons, wants us to mature, get serious about our life. And the Saturn return happens about 3 times in your life. The first time is 29, second time is 58, and the third time, if you're blessed, 84. First Saturn return is when we get really mature. Now, things that happen during the Saturn return. Hard lessons. Life gets real serious. The things that you thought were going to be a part of your life somehow don't line up with what's going on with you. Basically, it seems like your life is falling apart, but it's actually falling into place because Saturn wants to come in and whip you into shape, get you matured, get you serious, get you a serious life plan going forward. So Suki's in the middle of that. Now, examples of things that can happen during the Saturn return, because we have our most monumental experiences during that window of 29 and 33. Some people meet the one that they're going to spend the rest of their life with, or an extended period of time. So a lot of people get married under this energy. My son got married in his Saturn return. He just got married last November. He was 29 years old. So they get married. They meet someone that's going to be a part of their life for a long time. Sometimes they start a family. They get pregnant. They change careers. They make a big move, or they purchase a home. Sometimes there is loss with this. They lose a family member or someone close to them. Sometimes relationships just end, friendships, business relationships. But it's all a way of growing you and maturing you. So when you look back on this period of time, you identify like this was the time that I met my person that I I ended up married. This is the time that I had my first baby, or I changed my career, or I bought my first home. So with Suki going through that, a lot of changes in her life, and it may seem like a challenge, but it's there to mature her and grow her and her to get serious in life. Now, what Saturn does is it rewards you at the end of the cycle. So around 33, once you're in, she's finishing up that Saturn return, Saturn will reward her if she's done the work, done the lessons, done what she's supposed to do, or what Saturn asked her to do. She will have a reward. And a lot of times people look back and say that that was one of the most rewarding times in their life during their Saturn return. Now, remember I told you her relationship activity, I feel like something substantial should change for her at 32. During a Saturn return, her love life could be impacted. So I'm going to go from 29 to 33. We could see something change in that dynamic. So any time between that time could be a change for her love life. Now, next we're going to talk about, she has Pluto going into her first house officially as of January 2024. Pluto takes about 20 years to go through a house. It has been transiting her 12th house. So the 12th house, our healing, closure. This is where we keep our traumas. This is where we keep our secrets. Our hidden enemies are here. Places of confinement are here. So this could look like hospitals, rehab centers, retreats, prisons. This could also look like places of worship, like churches, things of that nature. So in the last 20 years, Suki's gone through a lot with this Plutonian energy because Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth. It's the planet of evolution. It is the planet that governs transformation, power struggles, abuse, things of that nature. So with it going through the 12th house, there could have been just a lot of things going on behind the scenes over the last 20 years for her. That may have not been so pleasant for her around this area. But fortunately, we're coming to the end of this cycle. Now, January 2024, Pluto is going to officially move into Suki's first house. The house of self, her physical appearance, her energy, how people experience her, her personality. And this is going to be a very, very long cycle because it's going to be there for 20 years. Now, with Suki's first house being at the fourth degree, she's going to be one of these Aquarius risings that is going to feel transformation immediately within the first 7 years of this. So 2024, she is going to start a complete transformation of who she is on a physical level and how she presents to the world. Dynamic changes. So with it being the planet of death and rebirth, this could be the dying off of the Sukiana that we know and the rebirthing of a different Sukiana. But that's a little bit down the line, but I just wanted to give her that little tidbit. She still has Uranus in the third house. Again, the communication house for her. So once Jupiter gets there, that's going to make for a dynamic year for her around this third house. I'm excited to see where she goes with this. And I'm wondering if she's going to, I think she's going to do a documentary or write a book or something to the effect of her memoirs and her story. I think that's going to be coming up for her. And she actually may start a podcast. She may start a podcast of some sort. All right. I'm going to leave that there. North Node, South Node currently in her third house. So her communication house has been lit up for the last year and a half. Third house, ninth house. It's going to be changing over July 2024. She's going to have a North Node in her second house of earned income and a South Node in the eighth house. Her money is going to get real serious around this time, and I want her to get real serious about how she does her money. Definitely how she does her money. She could definitely go through another period where she could put herself in a good financial state with this North Node going into her second house. It's going to stay there for a year and a half. It will be there July 2024. Okay. Now, let's talk about Suki's love life really quickly before we close this out. So we talked about, what I foresee for her when love should change for her. But let's talk about the kind of person that could ideally be for her. Now, when I am looking for a woman's husband or long-term partner in her birth chart, I look for Jupiter, and I also look for the ruler of her seventh house. Because Suki is an Aquarius rising, that means her seventh house is ruled by Leo. So Leo is ruled by the sun. So I'm looking for the sun in Suki's chart because that's going to represent another representation of her husband or significant other. It's in the ninth house. So her sun in Scorpio sits in the ninth house. And then she has another beautiful placement that I'm going to talk about with regards to her love life. So this says to me, Suki is going to, now I don't know her dating history and I don't know the type of men she dates. But with it being in the ninth house, Suki's going to need to open herself up and open her dating options up. So if she strictly dates one type of person, I'm going to ask her if she sees this or someone sees this and lets her know, expand your options and open your options. Suki's person could be of a foreign nature. So that means he could be a different race. He could be of a different culture. He could come from a different country, or he's just going to be dynamically different from what she normally dates. So I want her to open up herself to the possibility that the person for her is not going to look like or be like what she thought she was going to end up with. This also placement within her ninth house could be her finding love abroad. So she could be finding someone on an international trip. I wonder if she's touring internationally. Could be. She could meet him on an international trip, during transit, during a flight, something to that effect, or meet him in his foreign country of some sort. I think the girl is going to end up moving to a foreign country anyway. So that could tie that into her meeting someone in a foreign country. Now, beautifully put, she has Jupiter in the seventh house in her birth chart. When I see Jupiter in the seventh house, I get the warm feels because typically people with Jupiter in the seventh house end up with their soulmate. They do. They end up with their soulmate. Now, could this be the possibility that there could be 2 marriages in her future? Could be. But typically that if there ends up being 2 marriages in her life, that second marriage would more than likely be the person she's destined to be with. This Jupiter in the seventh house garners a lot of blessings through the person that you're tied to romantically. So that could be financially, spiritually, especially spiritually, and you guys connect. She could end up with her soulmate in a nutshell. She definitely could. I love this placement for her. I can't wait to see how this plays out. I want her to open her options with regards to dating and be open to bringing the person energetically into her life that is divinely made for her, because it definitely could happen for her. And because she's a Scorpio sun and a Pisces moon, Suki is an ultimate manifester. Suki, with this Pisces moon, can manifest anything she wants. Love, money, career. She needs to just focus. Hopefully she is manifesting. The girl has a divine gift, and I hope she is utilizing it. Okay? So that is my reading on Miss Suki. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want your own personal reading, please visit my website at www.melaningoddesslife.biz. Please follow me on all the social media platforms under Melanin Goddess Life. Also, most importantly, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a video. Thank you so much for your time, and you have a great day. Bye-bye.